Commerce Alive Today presents
Filene's Basement.
The history of Filene's basement is intertwined with that of the venerable Filene's chain. In 1908, Edward A. Filene, son of the founder of Filene's William Filene, came up with the idea of selling surplus overstock and closeout merchandise in the basement of his father's store. Filene's automatic bargain basement, as it was originally called, opened in 1909 beneath a downtown crossing location. A description of the basement's markdown system. Every article is marked with a tag showing the price and the date the article was first put on sale. 12 days later, if it has not been sold, it is reduced by 25%. 6 selling days later, it is cut by 50%, and after an additional 6 days it is offered at 75% of the original price. After 6 more days, or a total of 30, if it is not sold, it is given to charity. 90% of goods sold in the basement were purchased within the first 12 days of sale. In 1947, Filene's basement started a local yearly tradition of the running of the brides that was a one-day sale of wedding gowns, garnering local media attention because of the sight of hundreds of brides-to-be scrambling for bargains. The store stocked thousands of gowns for that day and marked them down drastically. Gowns were non-returnable. Prices ranged from $249 to $699, marked down from retail prices as high as $9,000. Prospective brides and their hovering mothers, sisters, and friends lined up the night before the doors opened at 8 a.m. to join the crush. Most bridal groups wore the same color shirts and communicated with each other using whistles or bells in order to help locate one another. In the first few minutes, patrons ran as fast as they could and took as many dresses off the racks as possible. The racks were emptied quickly and immediately trading began. Most brides tried the gowns on in the aisles or in front of mirrors while their helpers ran around trying to trade and barter. When a bride-to-be found the one, others applauded her. Filene's basement and its sister company Filene's department store were wholly owned by Federated Department Stores of Cincinnati. The two entities shared many operating systems, including payroll, benefits, and a common credit card. Top executives at the time included Sam DiFilippo in marketing, Audie Dunham and Kathleen Coleman in human resources, and others. Following the ill-fated acquisition of Federated by Campo Corp of Canada, Filene's basement was spun off. It became a privately held venture in a leveraged buyout arrangement led by then CEO and President Jim Anathan, Chairman Sam Gerson, and other investors. The entity became known as Filene's Basement Incorporated and remained headquartered in Wellesley, Massachusetts. In April 1988, Filene's was purchased and acquired by May Department Stores, and the fortunes of the stores diverged. Filene's Basement, now a separate company, embarked on a massive but ill-advised strategy of expansion that 10 years later, in August 1998, forced the chain to seek Chapter 11 bankruptcy protection. More than 30 outlets were shuttered. Filene's basement's journey through the bankruptcy process was brief, and expansion soon resumed, albeit more cautiously. In March 1999, the company debuted a new weekend warehouse store concept, Aisle 3. The stores, averaging 60,000 square feet, operated only Friday through Sunday and were located near major metropolitan areas. Plans were to open at least 10 stores by the end of 1999 and 40 to 50 stores in the following years, but ultimately only 8 opened. All Aisle 3 locations were closed following the purchase of Filene's Basement by Value City Department Stores Incorporated, which it became later Retail Ventures Incorporated, in March 2000. Soon afterward, 3 Filene's Basement locations reopened in the vicinity of Washington, D.C., and modest efforts at expansion resumed. In 2006, Macy's department stores purchased the original Filene's chain. Because many store locations between the two chains did not overlap, most Filene's locations were spared and reopened as Macy's, but the flagship location, which sat across the street from an existing Macy's store, was not. Macy's shuttered the Filene's in Boston's downtown crossing directly above the flagship Filene's Basement location and sold the building for redevelopment. That Filene's basement location was subsequently closed on September 3, 2007 to accommodate the redevelopment project. At the time, plans were announced to reopen Filene's basement in the same location in 2009, although the announcement also claimed there was no legal obligation to do so. Boston Mayor Tom Menino expressed concern that the chain was not able to find a temporary location for the store during the 2-year renovation, saying they could have found a location in the city if they really wanted to continue the business. However, Filene's basement had already opened a second Boston store in 2006, 1 mile away from the flagship store on Boylston Street near Copley Square. Due to a number of factors, renovations on the downtown crossing site came to a halt during late 2008, leaving the building partially gutted. As 2009 came to a close, Filene's basement had not moved back into their former space as originally planned. The economic crisis took its toll on the chain, and owner Retail Ventures Inc. announced on January 20, 2009 its plans to close 11 of the chain's 36 stores. The store closures did not help, and on April 22, 2009 Retail Ventures Incorporated announced that it had sold the remaining 25 Filene's basement stores to the Buxbaum Group, a company that specializes in liquidations. The Buxbaum Group did not indicate what it would do with its acquisition, although Retail Ventures had previously indicated that the company's future was uncertain. The store officially filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy protection on May 4, while real estate investors Crown Acquisitions and the Cheater Group offered $22 million to purchase the name and leases on 17 of Filene's basement's most profitable stores. They announced that they would keep the stores open and focus on cast-offs from luxury goods makers. On June 15, 2009, Syms Corporation and Vornado Realty Trust were declared the winners of the bankruptcy auction of Filene's basement's assets when the Syms Corporation Vornado Realty Trust Group agreed to pay $62.4 million subject to bankruptcy court approval. Filene's basement and parent company Syms Corporation posted messages on their respective websites thanking customers for their continued support, stating that although their stores are currently closed, they expect their famous brands to continue on. They encouraged people to leave their personal information in order to be informed of any future relaunch. In January 2015, a new website was posted on www.filenesbasement.com encouraging people to sign up for information leading to a possible relaunch. As of mid-February, items are for sale on the site. As of January 1, 2021, no items are offered for sale on the website, and under construction is prominently displayed on the landing page.
If you could take all the best men's dress shirts sold at the best department stores and put them in one place at 40% less than department store prices, what would you call it? How about Filene's Basement's incredible $20 designer dress shirt sale featuring spread collars, tab collars, white collars, button-downs, Oxford stripes, solids, all just $20 each on Friday. Now, can I show you something in a necktie? Come on out. For men's dress shirts Friday.
If you have any fond memories, please indicate it at the comments below. Thanks for watching, subscribe, and like.